Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jimmy and I'm a 59-year-old retired homeschooling mother of 4. Today I'm just going to take you through how I decorate and plan out my week. Near the end, or I guess 3/4 of the way through the video, I will show you a little bit of how I do my meal planning, and also after that how I script my day in detail. And I do this according to Planner Perfect's method, I guess you call it. Jenny uses what she calls a scripting method. So I pretty much do that. It's kind of like a to-do list, kind of like scripting, but I'll show you how I do that near the end. And while you're watching the decorating and how I set up my pages, I'll just give you a little bit of a background. So like I said, I'm a 59-year-old retired mother of 4. I still have 2 adult children at home. One is at a local university, and he's my youngest. He'll be 20. The other one is a pilot. He's my oldest. He's 27, and he's just in a transition period now. So he's moving back home until he starts working for an airline. He's doing other pilot stuff now. He's a flight instructor. So he's in a transition period. My other 2 are living away from home. One's in college and one is a teacher. So what I do with my planning, I plan pretty much things like self-care, creative pursuits. I guess I could call myself an artist. I have sold some art pieces, and I really do it more for enjoyment. So I try to create something every day. I do mixed media art. I do lots of different things, acrylic painting. I also plan things like, for my family that's here, and meal planning, all that kind of stuff. So just a mixture of things. I use a mixture of Cocoa Daisy and Planner Perfect. Cocoa Daisy, I use their collections. The one I'm using right now is the August one, which is called Quiet Meadow. And so that's basically what you're seeing here. And the journal I'm using is a blank Planner Perfect one. I like the size. They're size wide, and I like the paper quality, and I like the covers. Usually I get a cover to coordinate with the Cocoa Daisy for that month. And I did not do that this month, so I made my own cover, which you'll see in the video before this. But next month I actually have already ordered one to go with the Cocoa Daisy collection for next month. So I will let you enjoy this decorating, and hope you enjoy this video. I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Here, I somehow messed up the recording, and so I didn't get to record these next few pages, which I'll just show you real quick. And then I will show you my weekly layout. I put in the weather I love putting in the weather because it helps me to know, if I can do yard work or what I can do. And here I'm just also transferring the weather onto the daily pages, which also is very helpful. Then I can plan around the weather. I love the outdoors, so the weather's very important to me. I apologize for the shadow. This is much better than my other videos, but I am still learning, so I didn't have the lighting right. So it's going to get better each time, I promise. Later on, I have a problem with the focus again. But I'm getting there. My husband helped me with the camera a bit this weekend, so have patience with me. Here I'm putting in the weather for Hillsville, Virginia, which is not where we live, but I am not at liberty to tell you what is going on Wednesday. You'll see on the weekly spread I have Wednesday covered up. So we have a very special event happening on Wednesday, but I have been sworn to secrecy and I can't let you know what's going on right now, but next week I can. So I will share it with you next week. It's very exciting. Okay, so now I am going to go back to these pages that I have set up. I have a list of the daily self-care that I want to do each day, and also my daily chores, and then the weekly things I need to accomplish each day. So then I'm going through and putting them on my daily pages just to remind me what my main focus for the day is. I know it seems pretty boring, laundry and stuff like that, but I do truly find joy in the mundane, and I live a very simple life, and I love living that way. So that's what I'm doing now. Oh, here's the surprise day that I can't say anything about. You can imagine that the day before is going to be a big, big day because I need a recovery day afterward. Now I'm going to start putting in things that I know are going to happen. My husband is traveling to San Antonio for a business conference on Sunday, so I'll put that in. And little things like that do make a difference because it affects other things during the day. Like here, I'm putting in dinner. It's going to be an easy dinner, get your own. My boys can just get their own, and I can have an easy dinner and chillax. And these are stickers. I bought them at Michael's. Sometimes I like to put one of these on each page for my priorities for the day, like top things I need to do. Kind of like just a quick to-do list for a quick reference. On the weekend, my to-do list isn't as big, so I'm looking through old Cocoa Daisy labels. I love that they give you so many extra to reuse. So I think I'm going to use the ones that actually go with these 2 pages that I've decorated from last year's September. I also like to use the little ones, those thin ones, for my boys' work schedules so that I can put that on each day and know when they're going to work. So I love these. Here I'm going to just put in some more little details and fill them in. I love seeing the layout of the week. It really helps me to plan. Here's just what the daily pages look like so far. I also like just keeping my planner next to the couch and going through it almost every day and just adding little things in here and there. It's just a fun thing to do. Now this is my meal planning section right here. So I'm looking back on July to see what meals I have that can carry over to August. I put in the hearts and then I fill in the hearts when I've used those meals. I still have this lentil stuffing that goes into bell peppers. I have that in the freezer, so that's one I can start with. And these are meals that I can carry over. I think I'll have this tonight, actually. Cheesy or bacon wrapped cheesy chicken. This is from my Simply Keto cookbook. Hot dogs are always good, and Peter, my son, is vegan, so get some vegan ones for him. These are some of the cookbooks I use. I bought this one back in the 90s. This is actually a macaroni and cheese recipe that was Ronald Reagan's favorite. So if you want that, go back and screenshot that. This is a Mennonite cookbook. We used to be Mennonite. We wore dresses, made our own clothes, had head coverings, and lived a simple life with no computers, phones, anything. And it was a really good cookbook from then. And then my Simply Keto one. And here's some of the recipes they have. So those are the ones I'm using this week. These are printouts. There's a website called gypsyplate.com, and they have a lot of crock pot recipes. I love crock pot recipes, so I can put it in there in the morning and then it cooks all day. I have energy issues. I have extreme adrenal fatigue and burnout as determined with saliva test with my functional medicine doctor. And I also have Hashimoto's. So my energy levels aren't always the best. And I know my prime time is in the mornings. The mornings is when I have more energy. So I like the crock pot meals, and I can be sure that we're going to have a good dinner that night. So here I'm just going back and filling in a little bit of the dinners and things for the week on my weekly plan. I decided to have a meal kit on Thursday since that's going to be a recovery day. So I'm putting that in here, and a reminder to myself to go by Publix that day, which is a grocery store here, and buy a meal kit. Oh, and I need to visit my mother on Saturday, so I'll need an easy dinner that night. The weekly view is just so good for this, to balance things and to be prepared. Here I'm going to look up the crock pot recipes on Gypsy Plate. I'm kind of going through them all. I think it's a 25 they have, and I've done a lot of them. The Tuscan chicken is just, it's just so delicious. That Hawaiian chicken right there is really good, and I made double, so I have a freezer meal of that. I'm not really into pork this week. Let's see. Nope. I don't know. There was one that seemed very good. What was that one? Oh, here it is. It's called crack chicken or chicken crack, something like that. So I think I'll make that one. I think I'll make that one for Friday night. I should be recovered by then. So I'll put that in here. And then I know I can go get the ingredients for that beforehand. So let me go back and write in those meals. And then a reminder to start the crock pot in the morning. If I don't have reminders for everything, things just won't get done. I'm so foggy brained so much of the time. All right, I'll need to white that out because we'll have the leftovers that night from the crock pot. So that works out well. What else? Now, I don't know why it went blurry here, but I feel bad about that. But that's something I'll need to fix. I think the battery started going low in my camera. So I am so sorry about the blurriness. Since you can't probably see what I'm writing, I'll just tell you. So Tuesday, my husband has half a day off. He'll be home at lunchtime, so I want to be sure to put that down. It's a preparation day for the big event on Wednesday, which I can't tell you, but I'll let you know afterward. I'm writing down that I need to go through my checklist, load the car, iron all the clothes, and find the boys good shoes. That's going to be a task in itself right there. And then up here, I'm just writing down actually things for today. Pick up my Walmart order. And then I think I'll go by the mall I need some earrings for Wednesday and look for a dress for my son's girlfriend. She does have a dress, but I'm going to see if they have another one that will match him because that's what she wants. So that'll be nice. And then over here on Friday, I'm going to do the meal plan for the next week. Hopefully things will be getting back to normal by then. And I just like to color things and make things look pretty. Here I'm just going to write down my to-do list for today. Finish my video, which I'm doing now. Pick up the order, start the laundry, and then now that I know my dinner for tonight, I'll go ahead and put that down so I can get that started before too long, before my energy runs out. For lunch, I like to plan that so I can eat healthy. I'm going to have leftover filet mignon and asparagus. We went out to eat last night, so we always have leftovers. A reminder to prep the dinner before I get too tired. It just really helps to write things down and script like this so that I can have balance in my day and get things done. And also brings order to my day. I already have done these things, but I just want to show you how I script. So I woke at 5 a.m. actually, and only had 5 hours sleep, but I just could not go back to sleep. I just kept thinking about things. So I stretched and did a body scan meditation, which is kind of like yoga, but it really helps to just open up your muscles and helps you have energy for the day. Opened up the room, put how I'm going to dress. I dressed for activity and maybe yoga, because I know I'm going to be busy today. Then I went downstairs to talk with my husband before he left, and he always makes coffee, so when I start smelling the coffee, I know I can get up. Then I'm going to have coffee with maca, which gives me a little energy for the day since I didn't sleep well. Do my morning pages, which is from Julia Cameron. It's just like stream of consciousness writing. It really helps to get all that stuff out onto the page. Read and study my spiritual texts. Have a light breakfast. Finish planning my video, which I'm doing right now. After this, I'll go ahead and pick up my Walmart order after feeding the kitties. And I need to start the laundry. Monday's my laundry day, so I need to do that. Having my coffee right now with my maca. I think I will go to the mall after I prep the dinner. So I put that down here. And then I want to be sure to have my afternoon tea time so I can chillax and, just breathe and have a little downtime before my husband gets home and we have dinner. After dinner, we'll watch our shows together. And then my husband has a play date with his friends. And so I will chillax and do my own thing. And that's how I script my day. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a great week. This is my cousin and me. I'm on the right. Bye-bye.